Well, I had MTV on satellite in the late 90s, and even since after Beavis and Butthead ended, MTV introduced us to a new kind of undynamic duo, that being the form of sock puppets, Sifl and Olly. And I'm going to be talking about the Sifl and Olly Show right now in this TV log. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews TV log. So, greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Doyle, better known to you as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a TV log, and it's on the Sifl and Olly Show, a comedy TV series that incorporates sock puppets, animation, musical performances. The show eventually aired on MTV in 1998. But was canceled the following year after it ran for 2 seasons. The show was created by musicians Matt Crocco and Liam Lynch, who would later go on or recently direct videos for music videos in my view. It would also go on to direct Tenacious D in The Pick of Destiny. Anyway, however, after the show ended, the characters, along with new material by them, currently appear on Lynch's podcast entitled Lynchland. The show was picked up in the summer of '98. But anyway, the origins of these two go back to the 1980s, as children, Crocco and Lynch would create and perform funny songs and sketches to entertain themselves. Anyway, they remained friends throughout high school and college and all that jazz. But even after that, they really got to have a lot of fun until they separated for a few years. And they reunited in Nashville in the 90s and recorded the comedy album Camp Sunny Side Up on a 4-track. Anyway, let's see. Now, anyway, in 1995 and what have you, there was so much other stuff coming this way. But Lynch had been inspired by a series of British commercials by Aardman Studios and had hoped to do stop-action clay animation. Of course, you know, Aardman's the same company that did Wallace and Gromit and Chicken Run. Oh yeah, and later on, Flushed Away. But he did not have the money or the equipment for it, so instead he made puppets out of his own socks and a large plastic sunflower and recorded a video of himself acting out their tapes with the puppets. So Lynch chose the name for the puppets from a fake commercial Crocco had made for one of their recordings. Thus, Sifl and Olly were born. Now, Lynch sent copies of some of this to MTV and MTV Europe. However, MTV America rejected them, but MTV Europe liked them. In '96, MTV Europe began airing clips from between videos as idents. And the popularity of the clips led to MTV America offering a half-hour format called the Sifl and Olly Show, and thus we got. The show aired late at night, but I got to catch it since I had just graduated from high school. But later on, they were moved to the evenings. The first season, clips of the show were mixed with actual music videos. Whenever the show was aired again, the music videos would be removed, leaving only comedy clips. The show, however, gained a cult following after it was canceled after the second season. A third season was recorded, but MTV promised to release the episodes on the internet, but never did. The lost episodes were eventually released on DVD. But anyway, now there's actually 2 best of compilations available on Amazon as of November 2014. But for right now, let's get into the actual story here. Give me a moment and I'll show you our 2 characters. Hang on. Now here's a pic of the 2 title characters. The green blackish sock is Sifl, and the white one that usually mostly is accompanied by a well, swear and what have you, is Ollie. Yeah, this duo is absolutely crazy, but I really do like watching their show, though. Now, this here is Chester, who always introduces the show out Sifl and Olly, but sometimes a little, I don't know, a little cuckoo in my opinion, but he's absolutely really funny. Now, well, this show is absolutely comical in my opinion, but I do think that Sifl and Olly have so much fun together, and I especially do like the voice acting. Matt Croco voices Sifl and Chester, and Liam Lynch voices Ollie. But anyway, let's see. Now, apparently, Chester's a typical stoner, and his head is an inverted rubber mold for a Buddha figurine. His eyelashes are plastic sunflower petals, as you saw in the swear sleeve, composes most of his body. Now, whenever he introduces Sifl and Olly, he just calls them their own name, but sometimes he does. Yeah, and well, he considers himself to be as a Don Juan, though the other characters imply that Chester has never actually been with a woman. Oh boy, he's really crazy and what have you, but I like him. Anyway, now there are various segments in each episode. Now, the first season had this one thing, but was dropped after the second season. Rock facts, which were showing commercial breaks, and they would be asked a question and answer when they returned. The answers were nearly always lies. The only exception being one about Queen Latifah, and often involved Iceland singer Bjork. But anyway, now the first thing that's usually on here is interview time, which this is absolutely funny. I really liked a lot of the interview segments. They had Death and even an Atom. Oh, lots of other things. I especially liked when they talked to scanners. Or like tons of, I think a police scanner, and then grocery store scanner. Which, believe me, if you need to look that clip up, interviews with scanners. Sifl and Olly, look that clip up. You're gonna laugh your crazy head off at this. And another fun segment is calls from the public. Now, they would take calls from random and often bizarre characters, usually sock puppets, who would call with problems or complaints. The most common calls come from the pair's landlord, complains about one or more of their antics, mostly involving monkeys. Yes. This is your landlord. It's like, yeah, what do you want? You know what I want? I want those freaking monkeys gone. They're not ours. What do you mean they're not yours? Boy, crazy. Man. And finally here, there's Princess Roy's Home Shopping Network. Now, apparently that's a parody of the Home Shopping Network with bizarre products such as cat scan glasses, chicken flavored air conditioning, bottomless pools, and even Civil War corpses. Oh boy. Now, Sifl and Olly were employed as salesmen for the network, and Olly unexpectedly seemed to go progressively insane during these segments, often creates accusations at college and occasionally showing signs of paranoid schizophrenia every time. Believe me, you gotta look these clips up. Look up, as long as it's not Walter White, the Civil War corpse that they. I like this introduction. It's like, our glorious country torn in two. You remember the Civil War, folks? We were all there. Now we lost millions in the Civil War. You're like one day, like me, wake up one morning screaming, "Where are all of those corpses?" Sifl's like, dude, Now, dude, we have a serious corpse finding problem on our hands here. Oh, dude, you know the problems I've had with corpse finding civils. Like, as Holly's like, you got some serious ass corpse finding problems, Civil. Yeah, every time Civil reveals that the problems he has, Holly's like, you got some serious ass. I don't know what problems. Whew. When they talk to Precious Roy, it's like, this is Precious Roy! And whenever he says something to be weird, and then they ask, well, what about them? What are they trying to sell? Uh, buy my and what other stuff. It's like, you guys are suckers! And then they go into them little jingle. Precious Roy, making lots of suckers out of girls and boys. Oh, sorry, I couldn't help myself. That was that's a blast. There's the S and O news where they would pretend to report on the general surreal news and what have you. Crazy. Mostly that was in the first season, but it was dropped after the second one. And then there was a word with Chester, and that's when Sifl and Olly would take a break from our show activities to speak with Chester, who misinterpreted their questions and in general had difficulty focusing on any one subject for any extended period of time. And he tends to laugh nervously, and it sometimes sounds like he's a bit stunned. It's like, alright, hi everybody, Ollie says most of the time. This is the part of the show where we're gonna talk to Chester. Hey man. Hey, hey, how's it going? Oh, pretty good. I don't know. You got to check out the War with Chester. There's lots of clips of that on YouTube, and the same thing with a new segment that was in the second season called Letters to Chester, which was essentially the same premise, including using the same theme music, which you'll hear, with the addition of Ollie reading a letter addressed to Chester at the start of the segment. Let's see, and then of course there's It's Almost the End of the Show, which is not every episode, and with some performed by either one of our two title characters. There's also And Now Rock, some performed by one or more of the characters. You actually get to hear all sorts of crazy songs on here. I mean, songs like, I don't know, Fake Blood. Let's see, what else? Uh. Llama School, that's a funny song. Weird Day, that's a fun song. Starfire, that's a funny one. Oh wow, you just gotta check this show out. There's full episodes available on YouTube as well, as long as you can find them. But if you can't, just try and find some. Some of them may have episodes in two parts, but I think you can find these without much trouble. You'll get to see all other sorts of character. And well, there's so many you'll find on here. There's crazy characters like cereal mascots and let's see, Paul Rogers, the disgruntled host of a show called Functions of the Family, which you see in maybe an episode or two, and the Sex Girl, yeah. And of course, Pio and Fleck, weird looking characters. I'm kind of spooked by the way they look and what have you. I mean, Pio is portrayed as being rude and vulgar, while Fleck can only speak by saying, "G-g-g-g." Yeah. It's, of course, a show Sifl and Olly liked when they were young and what have you. But anyway, the humor in this show often featured profanity, sexual references, drug innuendo, crude humor, bodily functions, and violence. One other character I forgot to mention. You might see once or twice. Stealth. This tough Saku was trying to get even with Ollie for wearing a stupid beaver costume, crashing like a party of his or something like that. Boy. Still, nevertheless, The show became a cult following and what have you. Now they would be back again as part of Sifl and Olly video game reviews, which would be featured on the Machinima YouTube channel and also the Nerdist YouTube channel. But there was only 5 episodes produced and what have you. But like I said, look up the Sifl and Olly Show. I'm just glad MTV didn't block this because, believe me, this show's very rare to find. But I think you need to see this if you haven't seen this. So give the Sifl and Olly Show a try. If you can't find any episodes, no problem. Sometimes some people may have episodes separated in 2 parts. Okay. Or just look up clips for them. Look up songs. Look up Precious Roy, Calls from the Public, Interview Time, War with Chester, whatever. Okay? Enough said. So, have you ever seen the Sifl and Olly Show? If you have, please tell me what you think about think or thought about this, excuse me, in the comment section below. If you like this video, click the like button below as well. Subscribe to my channel as well and be a part of the Big D Nation. Very soon, later on, I will have another TV vlog come up later on this week, and it'll be on dinosaurs, which I'm almost done watching. I've got about 6 more episodes to go, and then I'll be done with it. I'll have it done just in time to do a TV vlog of this. Anyway, thanks for watching, and if you like this, you may want to check out some of these other craziness of, stuff that I've recently done on my channel. The upper left-hand corner is the ranking of favorite calls from Roy D. Mercer. The upper right-hand corner is my review of a superhero movie from 2008, which I'm surprised that's been doing pretty well. Or if you want something that may not be funny but pretty cheesy in ways, go to the bottom left-hand corner and see my recent review of Steel with Shaquille O'Neal. And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya!